Enter a world of mystery, where a simple blacksmith's life is forever changed by a letter. In the heart of an enchanted forest, secrets lurk and ancient guardians watch. Join us on a journey into the Heartstone Saga, where every page is a whisper of magic. Whispers of the Enchanted Grove. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Letter. In a world where magic flowed like rivers and mythical creatures roamed freely, there lay a hidden gem amidst the remote village of Thalindor. Here, nestled amidst rolling hills and ancient forests, lived a man named Alistair. Alistair was no wizard, nor did he boast extraordinary abilities. Instead, he was an ordinary blacksmith, content in the rhythm of his daily life, forging swords and crafting horseshoes with care and precision. Yet, what set Alistair apart from his fellow villagers was his unyielding curiosity. He often found himself gazing at the stars, wondering what secrets lay beyond, or listening intently to the tales spun by weary travellers passing through Thalindor. His heart yearned for adventure, but it was an ember that had yet to ignite. One crisp autumn morning, as the sun's golden rays pierced through the forest canopy, a peculiar letter arrived at Alistair's humble doorstep. Sealed with a shimmering wax bearing the crest of an enigmatic order known as the Guardians of Law, the letter exuded an aura of mystique. Its message, written in elegant, swirling calligraphy, spoke of ancient prophecies, forgotten legends, and a destiny intertwined with the very essence of the world itself. The letter beckoned him to a clandestine meeting deep within the heart of the Whispering Grove. It hinted at a quest, at secrets buried beneath layers of time, and at the possibility of unlocking powers long dormant. Alistair's heart quickened as he read the letter's cryptic words. His fingers traced the embossed seal, his thoughts whirling with uncertainty and excitement. The Whispering Grove was a place of whispered legends, where the ancient trees seemed to share their secrets, and where the wind carried stories of souls who had ventured in but never returned. Fear clung to its name, and most villagers dared not tread its shadowed paths. The opportunity was both tantalizing and terrifying, a chance to fulfill the dreams he had harbored for so long. With a deep breath, Alistair made a momentous decision. He would heed the summons and embark on this enigmatic journey, for he sensed that this quest held the key to unlocking a destiny he had never imagined possible. The path ahead was fraught with mysteries and dangers, but he would face them all, for the quest for the enchanted Heartstone had begun. Chapter 2. The Summons into the Unknown. As the days grew shorter and the air carried the crisp scent of autumn, Alistair's decision weighed heavily on his mind. The Whispering Grove was a place of both wonder and dread, a realm where the veil between reality and myth seemed thin, and the past whispered to those who dared to listen. He gathered supplies, provisions for a journey into the unknown. His blacksmith's hammer and a trusty dagger hung from his belt, tools that had seen him through countless challenges. He bundled rations, a water flask, and a tattered map, its inked trails leading only to the forest's edge. But it was the letter, the cryptic invitation, that held the true weight of his venture. With the letter tucked securely within his leather vest, Alistair ventured into the Whispering Grove. The ancient trees loomed like silent sentinels, their bark etched with secrets and stories that spanned centuries. Shafts of ethereal light pierced through the thick canopy, casting dancing shadows upon the forest floor. Each step he took seemed to echo through the hushed forest, a reminder that he was a solitary traveller in a realm untouched by time. The path was not without its challenges. Thorny thickets and hidden ravines tested his determination, but he pressed on, guided only by the cryptic message that had summoned him here. The forest whispered, the gentle susurration of leaves carrying echoes of ancient knowledge and untold adventures. As he ventured deeper, Alistair felt a sense of awe and wonder wash over him. There was something primal in the air, a presence that stirred his soul and beckoned him forward. Hours passed, the sun's position shifting as if marking the passage of another age. Just as Alistair began to wonder if he had lost his way, he came upon a small glade bathed in the soft, ethereal light of the setting sun. At its centre stood a figure, draped in a hooded cloak, their back turned towards him. It was the one who had summoned him. The figure remained still as Alistair approached, the air around them crackling with an otherworldly energy. As he drew closer, a sense of both trepidation and curiosity gripped him. This was the guardian of the Whispering Grove, the enigmatic individual behind the cryptic letter. With a voice as ancient as the trees themselves, the cloaked figure finally spoke. "You have heeded the call, Alistair, blacksmith of Thalindor. The journey you now embark upon is fraught with mysteries and dangers, but it is one that may reshape not only your destiny, but the fate of our world." Chapter 3. The Guardian's Revelation. Alistair's heart thudded in his chest as he waited for the hooded figure to continue. The Whispering Grove seemed to hold its breath, the very leaves above them falling still. At last, the Guardian turned to face him, the hood of their cloak casting their features in shadow. "In the heart of this ancient forest," the Guardian began, their voice resonating like a distant echo, "there lies a power that has shaped the world and its destinies for centuries. It is the Enchanted Hearthstone, a gemstone said to hold the very essence of creation within its core." Alistair listened intently, his eyes fixed on the Guardian's obscured face, his hands twitching with a mixture of anticipation and uncertainty. The Hearthstone's magic is not only a force of creation, but also of healing, the Guardian continued. It can mend the fractures of the world, restore balance to the elements, and hold at bay the looming darkness that threatens to engulf our realm. The weight of the revelation settled upon Alistair's shoulders like a mantle of responsibility. The Enchanted Hearthstone was not just a legend, it was a tangible force that could change the course of history. But with its power came great peril. However, the Guardian cautioned, the path to the Hearthstone is treacherous. It is guarded by ancient spirits and enigmatic riddles. It is a journey only the worthy can undertake, and it is a journey that will test not only your physical prowess, but your inner strength and wisdom. Alistair nodded, understanding the gravity of the quest before him. The forest around them seemed to come alive, its whispers growing more urgent, as if the very trees shared in the solemnity of the moment. "Before you can accept this quest," the Guardian intoned, "you must answer a single question. Do you willingly accept the mantle of Guardian and the burden of this quest, knowing the trials and tribulations that await you?" Alistair's gaze remained fixed on the Guardian, his resolve unwavering. He had come this far, guided by destiny and curiosity. The Enchanted Hearthstone held the key to answers he had sought all his life, and the fate of his world hung in the balance. Without hesitation, he replied, "I accept." With those words, a bond was formed between Alistair and the Guardian, a bond that would carry him deeper into the mysteries of the Whispering Grove and the quest for the Enchanted Hearthstone. The forest seemed to echo their agreement, and the ancient trees rustled in approval as the path ahead remained veiled in shadows, awaiting their determined footsteps. Chapter 4: The Guardian's Guidance. With Alistair's acceptance of the quest, the Guardian nodded in approval, their features remaining hidden beneath the hooded cloak. The Whispering Grove seemed to respond to their unspoken connection, and the very air around them hummed with anticipation. The enchanted Hearthstone lies deep within this forest, the Guardian explained, but it is not a physical location you can simply follow on a map. It is a place that exists in both the realm of the living and the realm of dreams. To reach it, you must first open your mind to the ancient wisdom of the Whispering Grove. Alistair listened attentively, his eyes never leaving the Guardian's obscured face. The path to the Hearthstone is hidden within the memories of the forest itself, the Guardian continued. You must seek out the whispers of the ancient trees, the secrets of the murmuring brooks, and the echoes of the forgotten creatures. Only by understanding the stories that have shaped this place can you hope to find your way. Alistair felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. This was unlike any journey he had ever undertaken. It was not a matter of physical strength, but of unlocking the mysteries held within the very essence of the forest. The Guardian extended a hand, and Alistair hesitated only briefly before reaching out to accept it. Their touch was cool and ethereal, sending a shiver down his spine. In that moment, he felt a rush of visions and emotions, a montage of memories from the Whispering Grove itself. He saw the trees standing sentinel for centuries, the forest creatures dancing under the moonlight, and the gentle caress of the wind as it whispered its secrets through the leaves. It was as if the very soul of the Whispering Grove flowed through him, revealing its hidden knowledge. When the visions subsided, Alistair met the Guardian's gaze with newfound determination. He now understood the essence of his quest, to become one with the Whispering Grove, to let its memories guide him to the enchanted Hearthstone. Your journey begins here, the Guardian said, releasing his hand. Follow the whispers, heed the tales, and seek the heart of the forest. Only then will you find the path to the Hearthstone. With those enigmatic words, the Guardian stepped back into the shadows, their presence fading like a wisp of mist. Alistair stood alone in the glade, the forest's whispers growing louder, guiding him deeper into the heart of the Whispering Grove and the mysteries that awaited him there. Chapter 5: Echoes of the Whispering Grove. As Alistair delved deeper into the Whispering Grove, the ancient forest seemed to come alive around him. The leaves rustled with secrets, and the branches overhead whispered tales of ages long past. Every step he took resonated with the memories of the trees and the creatures that had called this place home. The forest presented its challenges as riddles to be solved. Alistair encountered streams whose babbling waters carried cryptic messages, their flow guiding him toward the heart of the grove. Enigmatic markings on the trees hinted at the way forward, their symbols bearing the weight of untold stories. Amidst the tranquil beauty of the Whispering Grove, Alistair felt a growing connection to the world around him. It was as though the forest itself had accepted him as a custodian of its history, revealing its secrets one by one. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the moon's silvery light filtered through the trees, Alistair stumbled upon a meadow aglow with bioluminescent fireflies. Their soft, ethereal glow danced in the night air, casting a spell-binding spectacle. He paused, sensing that this was more than a mere spectacle of nature. The firefly's movements seemed to form a pattern, a series of symbols woven into their luminous dance. Alistair watched in awe, his blacksmith's mind recognizing the patterns from his vision, the same patterns etched into the Guardian's robe. With careful observation, he deciphered the firefly's message, a trail of glowing breadcrumbs leading him further into the Whispering Grove. Each symbol illuminated his path, guiding him through the labyrinthine forest, as if the very spirit of the forest had taken form in these tiny creatures. As he followed their mesmerizing dance, Alistair knew he was drawing closer to the enchanted Hearthstone. The bond between him and the Whispering Grove grew stronger, and he could sense the forest's approval in the rustling leaves and the gentle caress of the breeze. Yet, as the night deepened, he also became aware of an unsettling presence lurking in the shadows, an entity that watched and waited. The forest had shared its wonders, but it also concealed its mysteries, and Alistair understood that he was not alone in his quest. With each step he took, the Whispering Grove revealed more of its enigmatic nature, and Alistair remained resolute in his determination to uncover the truth and reach the heart of the forest where the enchanted Hearthstone awaited. Chapter 6. The Guardian's Trial. Alistair's journey through the Whispering Grove had become a dance with both the mysteries and dangers that lurked within. As he followed the luminescent trail of fireflies deeper into the forest, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched, that eyes unseen tracked his every move. The whispers of the ancient trees grew more fervent, their tales intertwining with the soft, haunting calls of nocturnal creatures. Alistair had learned to listen, to decipher the riddles woven into the forest's very fabric, but he was acutely aware that there were realms within this forest that he had yet to comprehend. One moonlit night, while tracing the firefly symbols etched into the forest floor, Alistair's path led him to a clearing unlike any he had seen before. The ground was marked with concentric circles of ancient stones, and in the centre, a pool of silvery water reflected the moon's pale glow. A sense of reverence enveloped him as he approached, and he realized that this was a sacred place, the heart of the Whispering Grove. In the center of the pool, nestled upon a bed of lily pads, floated a single luminous flower with petals that seemed to emit a soft, ethereal light. Alistair leaned in closer, his fingers grazing the water's surface. The flower responded to his touch, its petals unfurling to reveal an image within, a vision of the enchanted Hearthstone pulsating with an otherworldly energy. His heart quickened. He was drawing closer to his ultimate goal, but the presence he had felt lurking in the shadows grew more palpable. As he stepped back from the sacred pool, the very air seemed to shift, and figures materialized in the moonlight. Guardians of the Whispering Grove, their faces veiled by hooded cloaks. Their voices spoke in unison, their words laden with ancient wisdom. "Alistair, seeker of the enchanted Hearthstone," they intoned, "you have come far, guided by the whispers of the forest and the dreams of the grove itself. But the path ahead is fraught with challenges, for the Guardians of Shadows stand vigil, protecting the Hearthstone from those who would misuse its power." Alistair felt a shiver run down his spine, but his resolve remained unbroken. "I am ready," he replied, his voice steady. "I accept the Guardian's challenge." The hooded figures nodded, and without a word, they presented him with a series of enigmatic riddles. Each Guardian posed a question that was not just a riddle, but a profound inquiry into the very essence of the forest and its mysteries. The first Guardian spoke. "I am the Guardian of the Night. and I watch over the creatures that stir in the darkness. What am I? Alistair contemplated the question, recognizing that it was not a simple query about the time of day, but a reflection of the delicate balance of the forest's ecosystem. You are the moon, he answered. The second guardian continued, I am born in the heart of the forest, yet I die in the same place. I am ancient and evergreen. What am I? This riddle spoke of the cyclical nature of life and death within the Whispering Grove. You are a tree, Alistair replied. The third guardian's question delved deeper. I am unseen but felt in the rustling leaves, heard in the whispers of the breeze. What am I? Alistair knew this riddle referred to the intangible connection between all living things in the forest. You are the spirit of the forest, he answered. With each correct response, the moonlight brightened, and the forest itself seemed to respond with approval. Alistair's mind raced, drawing upon the knowledge he had gained during his journey, and the bond between him and the guardians of the Whispering Grove deepened with every riddle solved. At last, after what felt like an eternity of riddles and contemplation, the guardians nodded in unison. You have shown wisdom, Seeker, they declared. You may continue your quest, for you have earned the guardians' trust. With their approval, the guardians of shadows melted back into the forest, leaving Alistair with a sense of accomplishment and an even stronger connection to the Whispering Grove. The path ahead remained shrouded in mystery, but he was now prepared to face whatever trials lay in wait, knowing that the forest itself had chosen him as its custodian. Chapter 7. The Hearthstone's Revelation. With the Guardian's approval, Alistair continued his journey through the Whispering Grove. The path before him was now illuminated not just by moonlight, but by a newfound understanding of the forest's mysteries. Each step he took was a testament to the bond he had forged with this ancient realm. As he ventured deeper, the forest seemed to respond to his presence, guiding him through its myriad wonders. He encountered hidden groves where flora of surreal beauty flourished, their petals radiating colours that defied nature's palette. The songs of mystical creatures filled the air, their melodies harmonizing with the very essence of the grove. One day, after following a winding brook that seemed to sing an enchanting melody of its own, Alistair stumbled upon a glade bathed in a soft, ethereal light. At its centre, beneath an arch formed by interlocking branches, stood an ancient oak tree. Its trunk was gnarled and weathered, and its roots reached deep into the earth, as if drawing sustenance from the very heart of the world. But what drew Alistair's attention was not the tree itself, but the stone embedded within its bark. A stone that pulsed with a mesmerizing, otherworldly light. It was the enchanted Heartstone, the object of his quest. As he approached the oak, the Heartstone's glow intensified, as if recognizing him as its rightful guardian. He reached out, his fingers brushing against the stone's cool surface. In that moment, a rush of visions flooded his mind. He saw the Heartstone's creation, forged by the convergence of earth, air, fire, and water in a time long forgotten. He witnessed the stone's role in shaping the world, healing its wounds, and safeguarding the balance of nature. It was a relic of immense power, but one that required a guardian to ensure it was used wisely. With a deep breath, Alistair whispered, "I accept the responsibility." The Heartstone responded, its glow enveloping him. He felt the power of creation and healing surge through him, a connection to the very heart of the Whispering Grove and the world beyond. As he stood beneath the ancient oak, Alistair knew that his quest was far from over. The enchanted Hearthstone was now in his care, but the forest had more to reveal, and the world awaited the restoration he could bring. The Whispering Grove whispered its secrets once more, promising that he would never be alone in this endeavour. The guardians of shadows, the ancient trees, and the spirits of the forest would guide him on the path ahead, ensuring that the enchanted Hearthstone fulfilled its destiny. As Alistair contemplated his role as the Hearthstone's guardian, he couldn't help but feel the weight of history and the significance of his mission. With each passing moment, the forest seemed to whisper of a world in turmoil, of imbalances that needed to be righted, and of mysteries yet to be uncovered. His adventure had begun with a letter and a mysterious summons, but it was now a tale of courage, wisdom, and the enduring bond between a humble blacksmith and the fantastical realm of the Whispering Grove. The next chapter of his journey awaited, and it held the promise of both challenges and revelations that would shape the destiny of his world. As Alistair stood beneath the ancient oak, the enchanted Hearthstone in his grasp, the forest whispered promises of untold adventures and revelations. The path ahead remains shrouded in mystery, but one thing was certain: the Whispering Grove had more to reveal, and Alistair's destiny was far from complete. With the enchanted Hearthstone as his guide, the world awaits its restoration, and Alistair's next chapter unfolds with the promise of both challenges and revelations. As we conclude this part of the Heartstone Saga, know that the forest's secrets are boundless and its mysteries are far from unravelled. So, dear listener, stay tuned for the next installment of Alistair's mesmerising journey into the heart of the Whispering Grove. The forest has more tales to share, and you won't want to miss a single word.